So the NWO, represented by Kevin Nash and Eric Bischoff, gets to take on JoJo and his surprise mystery partner, RICARDO Jr. They are the Olympians. There's a side slam by the young man from small town USA. Shots there to the gut. And Kevin Nash now getting a gut-wrench power bomb. Tagged RICARDO Jr. making his in-ring debut. Former military officer turned bodybuilder, turned author, turned humanitarian, turned documentarian, turned trainer, and still competes, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes to work on Kevin Nash, showing off that strength that we talked about. And of course, JoJo being under his tutelage, he is JoJo's trainer after all. And I guess if you're looking for a tag team partner, no one better to team with than the person who trains you on the outside. Because JoJo, being on the roster as long as he has got a little bit more experience in the ring than RICARDO Jr. And there's a nerve hold by Kevin Nash, slowing things down on the bodybuilder. The former Mr. Olympian champion and bodybuilding competitor and champion all around the world, RICARDO Jr. Working on those knees. And again, kick to the face there by Kevin Nash. And you can't undersell the lineage that is the NWO either. They are one of the most dominant tag teams of all time. And of course, if you're going to have a tag team tournament featuring the best of all time, you have to have the NWO as part of that. And RICARDO Jr. really putting on a clinic right now. I mean, this is his this is his real debut here, so of course you want to put on your best foot forward. And RICARDO Jr. now working on the knee of Kevin Nash. Smart move. Kevin Nash, 6'7" feet tall, so he's going to have the height advantage. He's the biggest guy in the ring right now. Bischoff, world-class martial artist, can't undersell him either. And Nash putting on the brakes or whatever. Phillip, there's a spine buster. Getting a 1 count, however. Kevin Nash, plenty strong and powerful, that's for sure. And there's the tag to the young man from... Here comes Bischoff for the first time, too, though. Now, he is a world-class martial art champion, is Eric Bischoff. Of course, JoJo the bodybuilder, world-class bodybuilder, and competition winner. Future Mr. Arnold Classic winner and bodybuilding champion of the world, as he covers Bischoff, who is being ragdolled by pound for pound one of the strongest people on the roster. He is our current United States champion and a former tag team champion, so he is successful in this realm, as JoJo is also our first Grand Slam champion. Oh my goodness, he's going to end this. Bischoff Superman punch. There's a spear and a half. And JoJo tags in his mentor, RICARDO Jr., who goes in for the cover. Class act. Oh, getting a near fall there. Bischoff showing he's just as tough. Because I'm going to tell you, that move right there has put away many people. As Bischoff now utilizing his karate skills. And the bodybuilder using his strength skills, dropping Bischoff on his head. Kick to the face. No, it might not be scientific, but it's effective. Taking some time for a pose down. Belly to belly suplex, as the Olympians really putting on a show here. And now what? Kevin Nash might be by himself at the moment. Here comes some tag team unity here as they're working together now. What is this? Oh, a boot to the face. Big body splash. Look at that. And now JoJo measuring Kevin Nash. Bischoff's been knocked out for the most part. Kevin Nash go one step ahead. Tosses the young man from small town USA. It's really the first sign of offense, really. Uh-oh. Drops rope. Nash perhaps feeling a little bit some kind of way about being manhandled by JoJo and RICARDO Jr. What a smart young man he is to have his mentor, to have as his special guest tag team partner. Making his debut, of course, during this tag team tournament, as Kevin Nash showing that he has got plenty of fight left in him, and he is a wrestling Hall of Famer after all. Kevin Nash also is a former basketball prodigy at one point, also a film star. I mean, you're talking about the super shredder himself, Kevin Nash, who gives JoJo time to recover. So apparently he's not watched our show, as giving JoJo the bodybuilder time to recover is going to be a mistake by anyone who's ever watched our show. As Kevin Nash, look for that jackknife. This isn't going to be good. And jackknife power bomb, that's got to be it. No, JoJo gets a shoulder up. And now Kevin Nash has got to have some frustration building, I would imagine. Oh, wait a minute. JoJo reversal DDT into the cover. Bischoff not in position, as he and Philip Ricardo fighting on the outside. JoJo with a nailing. Oh, Bischoff kick to the head of Philip Ricardo Jr. JoJo going to the high rent district and has second thoughts. He's feeling pretty strong. Kevin Nash getting up. And JoJo tosses Kevin Nash now. Watch out. Little payback from earlier. Bischoff putting the business down, giving the hurting down on Philip Ricardo on the outside, but Ricardo back up again. And JoJo now following up. Look at this strength by JoJo. That is a 300+ pound man that JoJo is picking up with very little ease. And just pancaking to show off that he has just as much strength as anybody else. Now, JoJo going to the high rent district. You don't see that often. This could be a mistake. Nash is up. JoJo with a flying shoulder block. Flying shoulder tackle. You don't see it often, but very impressive. But Kevin Nash now, as impressive as that shoulder block was, suplex on the outside. Uh-oh. Oh, JoJo putting the brakes on another one. Monkey see, monkey do. Kevin Nash going back in the ring. And JoJo right after him. I thought maybe Kevin Nash was going to go for one of the oldest tricks in the wrestling, but JoJo had an idea of his own there. With a discus right hand, down goes Nash. Misses the body splash, however. And watch out here. Clubbing blow to the back. And back suplex. If I was Nash, personally, that's what I would be doing too. I would getting a tag in. But also, if I'm JoJo, I'm doing the same thing, if I'm being honest. As Bischoff looks like he's been through war already. There's a block there by JoJo. Short fists to the face, and now some clubbing blows. JoJo the bodybuilder, not going to be intimidated by anyone. Here comes Philip Ricardo Jr. back in again. Not going to waste time, goes in for the cover. Bischoff able to kick out a one. What a match this is. Oh, no, elbow tie up. Bischoff with a kick, some kicks to the head. Oh, brutal, brutal. And Bischoff lighting up. We talked about the martial art background of Bischoff. Is a karate champion, folks. And Ricardo Jr.'s had enough. Face first. As Bischoff has busted open the bodybuilding champion. Up he goes. Drops him face first. Ricardo tagging back in his protege. And JoJo measuring Bischoff. Bischoff's not going to like whatever this is behind. JoJo's going to end this thing. And JoJo has got Bischoff up. And there's the JoJo's hammer. And the Olympians are moving forward in the tournament. What a battle it was, as the NWO, one of the most legendary tag teams of all time. Not enough for the United States champion, former tag team champion, and JoJo the bodybuilder, picking the right man for his partner, his mentor and trainer in bodybuilding, Philip Ricardo Jr. in a fantastic display, and now showing off
Southpaw, the fractured but hoped.